Welcome back to RickboCraft Season 2. I'm RickboBaggins, and this is Episode 2, which is the first week of the server. If you did watch the first episode, that was the first day of the server, which was getting spawn up and running for new ones to arrive, along with nether portal and farms for food and leather, and making sure we had a few basic tools itself. A few of us got a few houses set up, and yeah, this is RickboCraft SMP. What's that? You don't currently play on an SMP? Then why not come join this one? Help us shape and improve it while it's still young and new. As hopefully, with the help from you, we're going to get this server very busy and full of passionate builders. We'll be bringing mini games and group events in the future, so come join the Discord to find all the information on how you can join and keep up to date with all the news and current going-ons on the server. Just come and have fun, play some Minecraft, or get involved in some events and group builds that we do as well. Any of you do have a YouTube or Twitch channel, or even thinking of starting a new one, or starting one, then this is the server for you. Let's all help each other out and grow our channels together, and maybe even make some new friends along the way. Well, that's the intro bit done and how you can join. So back to the episode, which is episode 2. So we're still working on the spawn chunk, which has moved 10,000 blocks from the original spawn, which we did start in season 1. Some of you veteran YouTubers out there to my channel all know how we got about there. If not, go back and check out that playlist. So nothing there has actually been lost. Everything in the spawn area and the surrounding areas have all been kept, and we've wiped all player data and all the rest of the map ready for 1.17, and we'll do the same again when 1.18 is released. So anything you build, as long as you stay within the build area, the spawn chunk area, then all this will be kept. So as you've been watching, I decided to make a little communal mine entrance. So we make it 5 blocks wide, and we put a space, so that way we've got space for a track to go in for all his resources to be collected at the bottom and brought up to the surface. But in the meantime, we're just going to stick with stairs, and Richie Rich comes to give us a hand. I also put a little roof on, a little entrance, make it look all nice. I'm sure this will change throughout the series, but it's something that we've got as the beginning. So we're moving on to just outside the spawn area. Another one of our master builders, Tyler, decides to come outside of spawn chunk and build just in the first spruce woodlands, and makes himself a nice little tree house, which is coming together quite nice. And then moving back over to the mine entrance, we get ourselves a path down, and then I decide all these resources for these communal builds, they all need to be stored somewhere, so we need a warehouse. So this is what we get to build. So I start off with this little shape, and then I realise, wait a minute, might need this a little bit bigger. So with my design, I'm going to make an automated auto storage sorting system. And if, again, you've seen season 1, you'll know that I did a massive one of these in the basement of my house in season 1. So what we do is decide to make this a little bit scaled back and just do a little mini one just for the resources. So I decide 16 blocks on one side, 16 blocks on the other side, giving us 32 sorted items. This would be our main building blocks, as you could say, our most popular ones. So I got the design down. I also realised I need to smelt a lot of cobblestone into stone, and it was taking forever. So I make an automated auto smelter, making it potentially 8 times as quick, because you've got 8 smelters doing the job of 1. So we then decide we need to get the roof on. We've got the roof, and I've getting the shape of the roof started, but I'm not going to finish the roof until we've got the automatic storage system. All those redstone constructions that we need to set up, I feel like it would be better for the replay mod, so that you guys can get better angles for the roof to be off, or at least some of it, so that we can get some good angles. So I've got the shape right, trying to work out where we do, and then we get to a bit of detailing. So this is, first of all, we need to, rather than just plain cobblestone, I wanted to put a bit of variety into the walls. I also wanted to bring them back as well, so that there was a bit of depth in the build, so it didn't look too flat, basically. So we've got us designing. We've found ourselves a little design for the bottom, but then work his way onto the other side, and TJ comes along. Now, season 1, I was the redstone king. I was the one making all these redstone constructions, and TJ is a software developer, so he has come to join season 2, and I was explaining what I was doing with this build and what my plans were for this 32 block automatic storage sorting system. He then brings out Excel, brings up Excel spreadsheet, and quickly designs a 2-level automatic sorting storage system. Now this way then we can have 32 items on each side, giving us 64 in total, which is absolutely amazing. Yes, why would we not do this? Why we would not do this is because it's going to take an extra 2 blocks on one of the sides, and I've spent quite a lot of time on my own building this. It was going to be a small little warehouse, and it developed into this big monster, and now you're telling me that we need to make it even bigger by ripping one of the sides down. So with the help of TJ and Nate D, we all get together and all 3 of us start to work on this. Me designing the second story, as you can see, putting all the detail in there. Also taking the roof down, because as the left side of the building, if you're looking at it on front way, that needed to be extended by 2 blocks, meaning that the roof that I've already designed was going to be out of line. So this needed to come down, the full wall needed to come down, and we needed to rebuild it. So all 3 of us get to build, which I think looked pretty good on the replay mod, don't you think? So while they're ripping the walls down, I'm obviously making the design, making sure all the detailing is right for the second level, and once we get that down, we get the roof back up to a point where we know where we're going with it, and we get the second level done. But this project is taking a lot longer than we first anticipated, so we do tend to take a couple of breaks from this build, which you'll see throughout the video. So if you see in the background, TJ's been working on some animals. So this is TJ and Nate D's house. And there you get some animals in, but all the animals in one place, but the goats are very aggressive, so they need to be separated from the rest of the herds. And they also jump very, very high, so a roof needs to be put on this as well. And unfortunately, they decide to put all the crops on the farms in the lovely sea. Look how nice that looks. I complain to TJ and he moves it to the side of the animals, which is very nice of him. Moving on to Richie Rich's build now. Unfortunately, we don't get to see Richie Rich himself build this, as he doesn't have replay mod installed, so we are using RickboCam's footage. Unfortunately, RickboCam was a little bit too far out to get him as an entity be recorded, but we managed to get the block changes recorded. He's not too happy about this, as you don't see little Spider-Man running around building this house. So replay mod is now installed on Richie Rich's machine, so I'm sure coming videos will have some better footage, and we'll be able to see his awesome little Spider-Man outfit. So yeah, he gets himself a little build. He also makes himself a bit of a flower farm, as it looks like he's building there. Guessing he needs them 4 dyes. So the lights go on and off. I do manage to work out how to fix this so that the replay mods are a little bit nicer to watch, and we don't have this day-night cycle. So we move on, again wanting to take that little bit of break, running out of the deep slate bricks for the roof. I decide these miners, they've got nowhere to sleep. They've been roughing it under the stars. You know, after a long hard day at work, you know, the last thing you want to do is you want to put your feet up somewhere, get home and you know, relax. So we build a couple of miners' houses near the mine and the warehouse for them, you know, to spend their time relaxing and preparing for the next big mine. So we're moving on to the second house. Don't worry, the roof's going to change on house 1, that small little build. We've got cobblestone at the bottom. I think I might put wood on there, but I've not got round to doing that as of yet. We also make a little temporary pumpkin farm because we're using the jack-o'-lanterns for light for his roads. We're going to cover them in carpet. And at this point is where my hole that I've been using to store all my stuff is at the other side of the map, or the other side of the spawn chunk. Taking me a lot of time walking back and forth, and also I'm running out of storage area. So I decide this house is going to be mine for a little bit. So I put all my storage chests here just so I'm not having to run back and forward, and it also gives me somewhere to you know, upgrade my weapons and spend a bit of time when I'm not out building. So this is what I think I'm going to do going forward. I'm going to get a few houses, you know, a few builds like automatic farms, and then I'm going to do a couple of houses around them, just so that obviously for each industry they've got somewhere to stop. Obviously trying to get that village vibe of things. So because we decided to make this our own home, I put a little bit more detail in, a bit more time on this house than I did on the first one. I'm sure this will change as time goes on. As you can see now, Nate and TJ in the background there, we've separated all the animals now. So we've got a section for pigs, cows, as you can't see because of the entity rendering distance, but there's sheep, goats and llamas in there as well. Moving the crop farms out of the sea, they're all looking a lot better. Now I believe this is the last build that we get to view for the first week of RickboCraft Season 2. This isn't a master builder, this is one of you guys, another YouTuber that have been watching my videos and subscribed to my channel. This is Perplex's build. Finds himself a little hole and makes himself a little starter house, which I think's coming together quite nice. Again, RickboCam managed to record the building, but unfortunately it was too far to record him as a player building it, so we just see the block changes happening here. But yeah, as you can see, it's just a dirt wall cavern, as you could say. It designs, it puts this into a nice little home basically, and it's looking quite good so far. As I mentioned, it is the first week of RickboCraft, so I'm sure this will change. So next time we visit Perplex's hole, I'm sure it'll be a lot different to what we're seeing now. But for the first week, it's starting to come together quite nicely. He even makes himself a little upstairs bedroom, which you'll see in a moment. I like the curved stairs. It's quite nice, is that? So well done, Perplex. Coming together quite nice. So if you guys want to get your builds on, all you need to do is give me a shout when you're building. I'll move RickboCam over to yours. Or if you've got replay mod already installed, again, all the information of how to install that is on my Discord, and also a link to my Dropbox so that you can upload your videos and I can get these put into these time lapses as well. I'm going to apologise, it is a week late. I did say I'm going to try and get these out every Monday, and this has taken me 2 weeks to edit, develop and get out for you guys. Before I even started on the voice over, it took me 6-7 hours just to get the editing bit done, so you can see it's quite timely. So thank you very much for staying this long, and I do hope you hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future Minecraft videos, and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any of the random streams that I do, and that way you'll be able to see RickboCraft Season 2 live, and you get to ask any questions to myself and hear them answers in real time, or just come say hi. But as always, thanks for watching and happy gaming.